When I first saw the trailers for this film, I was definitely looking forward to it. I mean, it was a Tom Cruise film with sci-fi. Now, I remember him in War of the Worlds, and granted, War of the Worlds was an average film, you could say. But one thing that was always good about it was that Tom Cruise was fantastic. He always plays his part really well. And in this film, he certainly does as well. Now, the story of this film is, well, years in the future, humanity was attacked by an alien race. Humanity won the war, but Earth ended up getting destroyed in the process. So therefore, Tom Cruise and his partner, I've forgotten the actress's name, they're both engineers. They're kind of like the maintenance crew. You know, they are repairing these drones, which are guarding these facilities, harvesting the natural elements like water and all that. When they're harvesting water and other supplies and resources from Earth to help the remaining humans. Now, I will be spoiling one major, well, not really a major thing, but yeah, well, I will be making one little spoiler about this film, so I'll let you know when that happens. This film, well, let me just say that everything about this film is beautifully shot. It's got wonderful moments, it's got beautiful landscapes, all the designs look great. It's a beautiful film. The problem is that I just lost interest after about the first hour, because it takes far too much time to get anywhere. You know, I mean, usually I don't mind films that set the scene, build up the story, but this film took far too much time. Far too much time. Because, especially the trailer, because the trailer gives you this impression, at least for me, that it's almost like a sci-fi shooter in a way. And yeah, it's got this, it does also give this, the trailer also tells you that there's supposed to be this big reveal, this big mystery behind everything. And yes, the film does do that, but it also gives the impression that there's a lot more action going on. Now, don't get me wrong, I love sci-fi films that don't necessarily have a lot of action. I like sci-fi films that build up the story, that build up the wonder and the mystery of it, of whatever story it's trying to do. So, I suppose you could say I was expecting a lot more action, which is probably why I was a little bit disappointed. But, like I said, this isn't a bad film. It's just, I think if you're going to go into this film expecting it to be some kind of sci-fi shooter, you're going to be disappointed. Now, for the spoiler bit. Well, there's a moment near the end of the film. Oh, wait, yeah, like I said, spoiler. The spoiler's going to happen right now. So if you don't want to be spoiled, then you have been warned. Okay, spoilers time. Now, okay. At the end of the film, Tom Cruise is in his little spaceship. He's flying to this alien ship. And he has a nuke on his ship. He's going to try and blow up this alien ship. So, whilst he's approaching this alien ship, these doors open, these big triangle doors, they open up slowly, and I just had heavy Independence Day flashbacks, because remember when Will Smith is flying in his ship, and he's approaching the mothership in his film? The doors are exactly the same shape. They even open the same way. And the interior of the alien ship in Oblivion, there are sections in that ship that look that look eerily similar to the mothership in Independence Day. I don't know, it was just, it just reminded me heavily of Independence Day. Maybe it was just me, because I know a lot of people have commented, though, that this film borrows a lot of elements from other sci-fi films, and it does. Okay, spoilers ended now. Okay. Morgan Freeman. Now, I like Morgan Freeman a lot. I love his films. I love just about every character he plays. In this film, well, he almost felt like he was just tagged on. Like he didn't necessarily need to be there. I mean, for one thing, a lot of people commented that he actually looks like Morpheus in this film, because he's wearing, he's got like all the black leather, the big sunglasses, and I can see some similarities though. But for me, whenever you see a film with Morgan Freeman, He's always memorable from his style of acting, the way he portrays his character, and he makes his character his own. In this film, not really. Morgan Freeman, it's a shame to say this though, but it almost feels like anyone could have played his part. It feels like there should have been another character created just for Morgan Freeman, so Morgan Freeman can be Morgan Freeman. So, that's just my opinion. Now, like I said, everything in this film is shot beautifully. Everything about it looks realistic, apart from one thing. Now, you could say again, this is probably like a minor spoiler, but the final boss, I won't say what it is, but the final boss at the end, that looked really fake to me. You know, that wasn't really good CGI. It was just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, everything about the film looked realistic apart from that little bit. And this is a minor nitpick, but there's a character called Sally, and she keeps saying to Tom Cruise and his partner, "Are you an effective team? Are you still an effective team?" Now, I understand why she says this. I understand its place in the story and its significance, but after the fifth time she says it, I don't know, it got really annoying. But then again, that's just me again, so. Would I recommend you see this film? Yeah, I think you should see the film, because it's definitely a good film. It's not a bad film at all. You know, it's well done, it's well acted, it's got some good moments, but don't expect it to be this big action film, because it's not. It's not. So, yeah, see Oblivion, but don't expect it to be this big action sci-fi shooter thing. So, well, that's all I've got time for. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.